Okay, Jeff, over to you.
Okay, let me start. So this is my 12 to 18 month plan. And so my personal 5-year goals or 5-year goals are basically I would like to have the company operate with from a day-to-day basis without me having to play an active role. Some other semi-personal / company goals is looking to either acquiring another company or to expand to a second location or a larger facility. The company purpose, I don't have the paper that we went over with that guy last month, but basically we're going to provide solutions for our customer success. Uninspiring. Our 5-year vision is 10 million in revenue with 1.8 million in profits, which, if my math is correct, 18% profit, and have 100% on-time delivery. And then more near-term 3-year goal would be 5 million in revenue, 800,000 in profit, and 95% on-time delivery. So in the next 12 to 18 months, we would like to, or we need to increase our production capacity to roughly double what it is today. And we would need to increase our production team personnel by about 50%. So that'd be about 5 to 7 new hires. Be able to granularly measure our profit, both on a per customer basis and a per job basis, which we're unable to do right now. And to be able to more accurately measure our production lead time, which again, we're not able to do currently. And so for increasing production capacity, a key result for this would be basically an increase in the number of sheets that get processed through etching. Outcome of this, the number of sheets through etching is also a KPI that we track, but also on-time delivery would be affected by increasing the production capacity. And the owner is Bill, our new general manager, and personnel would be one of the big gaps that we would have to fill in order to achieve that objective. Another objective is being able to accurately measure production lead times. I'm drawing a blank as to how that we would do that. But our ERP system has a report that it can generate called work center efficiency. And I think there's some correlation between work center efficiency and the ability to be accurate. The keyword is accurate. It can tell us what our lead times are now, but we want it to be accurate. So some gaps that we need to fill are to create some standardized times for all of our processes in our ERP and to plan our production in a more effective way using our ERP. And to maintain focus, use our L10s. To have visibility, we use our scorecard. And to manage priorities, rocks to dos. Those pretty much tell us what to do. in which order. I didn't really know what this one meant, but my timer is going off. L10s are our meetings, and our scorecard act as triggers to show that we need to act against certain KPIs. I don't know what to put for this. We need to have a change our team culture to help. We need to help ourselves by helping our teammates, because it's a very blamey culture right now where everyone blames each other. And I think having more public recognition would increase accountability, joyful accountability. And my change grid, we need more of refining our processes, we need more throughput capacity, and we need more trust. And that's where I end.
Okay. And was it, you said it was slide 6 that you were struggling with?
This one,
This
I
one.
don't really.
Yeah. Yes, but you interpreted what this meant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need more of, I need less of, I need to get rid of, and I don't know what the difference between these two.
Well, what do you need to get rid of might be, you know, that you've got certain clients that are unprofitable. And if you knew it, then you might, you know, decide that you will get rid of them. You're not really tossing them out, but you are saying that could be something to look at. What you're tossing could be, all right, well, we used to do it this way, but we need to get rid of that old way of doing it and do it a better way. Right? So that would make it really small. So yeah. Okay. That doesn't work. Comes up a lot in strategy that we have very fixed mindsets about how things should be done. And then we reuse those because it's convenient and shows up like that. Okay, so I'll stop talking. So questions from the group. Who has a question for Jeff?
Can you click back on one of the slides I wanted to see? I didn't really get enough. The slide 3, please. Thank you. I guess my question was, if you were thinking about acquisition, just like what are the things that are you preparing for that in any way, and how so?
I guess I would have to say not actively planning for that, but kind of like as a subconscious reason for doing EOS was, once we have our I forget what it's called, whatever, our recipe or whatever, franchise model, basically.
Yeah.
Like very well defined internally. Then if we see other people that are struggling, you know, swoop in, get them for a low price, copy our thing, paste it over there, and then have success there. Or I guess conversely, thinking about it, looking at an eventual exit from the business altogether once we have our system up and running so that it can be easily copied over. It's a lot more attractive to potential buyers.
Yeah.
Getting the processes. I think you wrote that somewhere else. Getting the processes defined a little bit more.
I'm right behind you, Christina. I think that would imply that this next 12 to 18 months, you need a lot of granular process development, because that is a very time-consuming process, right, Christina?
Yes, absolutely.
It's a lot of work. So that might be an addition. So Christina, thanks for that question. That was a great pickup. Anybody got any other questions for Jeff? The only thing I wanted to comment on, Jeff, if you could go back to, I think it's slide 5, the building blocks, that middle one. This is actually exactly what we were talking about. What processes would you need to create or update or put in place that would actually allow you to deliver on the things you said you would deliver on? Now, EOS is a framework within which you can manage the creation of those processes, but it isn't the process itself. The process it's a framework for making sure you manage all of the accountabilities, etc. But what processes are you missing? What do you currently rely on that's in people's heads that should be down on paper? What things are not going consistently, being done consistently that should be? So you're really looking at the process. That makes sense?
Yeah, in my mind, it goes both ways, 2 different ways, but I understand what you mean, that EOS is a framework and not the actual process.
Yeah, so that's the tool that you use, but the processes that you actually need that run the business are unique to you. You could say that EOS is generic. It's something that lots of people could use and it works well and it provides you with the structure for managing things. But when you're dealing with processes, then those processes have a certain cadence, they have a certain flow to them. Sometimes they require their own meetings outside EOS in order to make sure. So a production meeting might be something that, you know, is very important for making sure that those processes are being done. And you wouldn't do that in an EOS meeting. It would be too time consuming and it wouldn't involve the right people, usually, unless you get it delegated right now. And then what would trigger the process? What is the event that would trigger the process? And usually it's a prior process, or it's a, you know, I don't know, customer order or something, right? There's a chain of processes that come together, make it all work.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.